right. Um, I hate how much of a test stream this really is because I had to reset my computer um last weekend because it was having issues. So I had to reinstall OBS and figure out all that stuff again, figure out the bitrate and all that stuff, and make sure that all my save files are actually here, which they are, which I'm grateful for. I didn't want to have to restart something. Uh, but yeah, hey guys. Um, Sorry, it took me a moment to set up the stream chat on the display. Um, so funny story. I updated my NVIDIA drivers for my graphics card, and uh, I didn't remember doing it since it was back in like the first week of November, and it wasn't an issue. So I didn't think that it was going to be an issue now, 3 weeks later. So pretty much my computer just started lagging, like really lagging as soon as I would turn it on. And at first I thought, is it because my computer's too cold and it needs to power on? But if I remember correctly, computers work better in the cold, so I had no clue what was going on. I messaged my friend. He's like, yeah, I don't know what the hell's happening. I check, I see Windows had an update. I'm like, okay, Windows probably is messing up the computer because Windows likes to update things and it breaks everything every once in a while, most of the time. And then I noticed through a bit of testing that my graphics card was struggling a bit. Um, but yeah. I figured out that it was the graphics drivers, and that was after I reset my computer because I was annoyed at everything. But I also did need to reset my computer at some point because for some reason all of my files were being stored in the OneDrive folder. It was just a whole mess, and I'm surprised I survived on that for 2 years. But I reset my computer. Now I'm good. I'm getting better FPS apparently. Um, but uh, yeah, we're taking good care of it. We're taking good care of it. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get something to drink real quick. Give me like a minute. Okay. Um, yeah, I was also in the process of setting something up on my laptop, so I had to turn that off real quick. Everything, my desk is cluttered. But yeah, let's get into the stream. Hopefully this works. Hopefully it detects it. When did I get ads? What do you mean when did I get ads? On my YouTube? I've always had ads on my streams. Yeah, no, I've always had ads on my streams. Twitch though, I may or may have not fixed the Twitch issue with the ads. I changed it from an ad every like minute and 30 seconds to, or not, sorry. I changed it from a minute and 30-second ads to, for every 18 minutes to, I think, about like every 40 minutes instead. Yeah, I always have. That means you were using an ad blocker, you little rat. um, is my text chat a little bit too big, guys? It feels big. It feels... Let's change it to this. I think, well, It needs to be longer, but the thing is, it's not gonna be good if it's. I think that's okay. I think we could survive with that. I just wanted to see how it looked on the screen. But here we are. We are in Jurassic Park, Japan. Good. The names are a bit long, but I can't really change much about that. Um, we want to see your guys' names in the chat. But, maybe I could change the font size. I have so many things open on my computer right now. It's fine. That, make it a bit larger. I think that's good. Okay. So, we are back in our Jurassic Park Japan. It's looking pretty good. We have a decent amount of stuff already set up. We made our herbivore enclosure last time, and we added our habijaras. And I believe I added an accidental species as well, but there's a lot of them. I have no clue. Obviously, they've been breeding, because you can see all the children. You can see all the compies. And it's getting a bit laggy because of how many dinosaurs there are so far. The aloes are up here. We're lucky because these ones actually haven't grown up yet. So, or the child hasn't grown up yet, but we have one aloe, two, and the third one is right there with its purple feet. But yeah, we had an issue last stream where the baby went all the way down here to eat from the feeder because I kind of forgot to put a feeder for it, so I put a feeder here. But yeah, it's looking very nice so far. We have our carnivore section over here with our, I guess, our tour just going through it. T-Rex area. I really love this waterfall that we have here. Hi, Moga. You know, I was going to stream on the day that I was testing my stuff, but, you know, I can't just give you what you want, you know? Here, let me change the settings a bit. Let's not put that on max. It's crazy. I think that may have been the biggest issue. I think it's fine. But yeah. So yeah, we just have a bunch of species just spread out around here. I'll show you the overlay of the carnivore section since it's been a while since we've worked on that. But yeah, we have our torque vehicles going in, then going through our herbivore enclosure, then the area that we're going to work on today, which is a small area, but there's going to be a decent amount of work that we have to do here. And then it comes back around here. We have another little separated area for our Ankies and our little calamari. Oh, they're so cute. And then it goes down this like wannabe waterfall area to our Suchomimus over here. And then we have some Spinos. All of them are grown. That's actually kind of crazy. Yeah, we have a couple more species just spread out and everything. Your teeth bracelet. You mean your braces? Your teeth bracelet? Yeah, all of these guys are grown. That's actually kind of crazy. That's how long I've been doing this. But yeah. So obviously we're working on the park first, or our main area for our dinosaurs first. So all of these guys can breed and have their children and all that stuff. and then we'll work on this area right here for the like facility area. This is where I want to actually spend some time working with the modular building on stream, since I haven't done that yet. And I know that my channel has been kind of looking a little bit dry, but I have a video coming out explaining a couple of things and a couple of issues going on with some of the content. And you can probably think of one off the top of your head right now, but yeah. That is crazy, Moga. But we're going to fix the shape of this because I don't really like the shape of this anymore, because I wasn't thinking when I was making it. Let me see if I can add them somewhere. I can possibly add them in here too, but I don't remember the area of space that they need to be comfortable. I know they were on one of my maybes, just in case. I can honestly, I don't want to add them in. There's a lot of things here already. That's crazy. That I might get the achievement for the 5 generations here. That is crazy. We'll probably find a place to put them somewhere. Maybe if they like another species. I haven't actually looked at it. What is this, grass or lawn? Is grass? What does lawn look like? Lawn looks like grass but darker. Okay, I think this is lawn then. Here, we're just gonna paint everything first. It annoys me that you can't paint underneath the things. Oh, I put these trees here for a thumbnail for the stream, so I'm just gonna remove them. Okay. Yeah. I finally finished the campaign as my last video. That was fun. I got annoyed though because I don't know if any of you guys have experienced it, but there's a bug in the game where for some reason it disables your paths completely, and so your guest capacity goes like it goes, you know, it goes down to like 50 or something, and it stays at that and it doesn't like reset. It's like you're pretty much screwed and bankrupt. That's why I really love Sandbox. Yeah, I didn't have to deal with the, what was it, the vehicle bug last game in Evolution 2, where for some reason on some maps the vehicles just bug out and you can't use one of the vehicles entirely. This is fence. This is the level 4 one. Yeah, I had help with that one from someone in the chat. I believe it was who was it? I got help with that one. Someone in the chat. Okay, so for this, do I want to do fence? I think I wanted to do something like this. I wanted to have some viewing galleries set up, right? And I wanted to do the viewing galleries here, but I didn't want them to be too in the way. I do sort of wish that when we're making these things, with the modular building, we could move the entrance. Because imagine making like the viewing gallery down here and then having the entrance be up here. Somewhat like a remote one, kinda, but it's a part of the building. I don't know how to explain it. Something like that, but I don't know. We can use these, but the whole purpose, I think, of the vehicles was the fact that they took up the space so we don't have to actually add viewing galleries. This one might need a viewing gallery on this side. The way that we beat the BIOS and Rex thing, by the way, was we surrounded the Parasaurolophus with a fence, and we pretty much just divided the area between the main area that you're given and the area with the Parasaurs. We just straight up just put a line between the two and just made sure that it didn't go past the Rexes didn't go past the fence line that we had because they want to kill everything. Okay, these vehicles are taking forever. I just started up my computer, so give me a second. I have to close a couple of apps that are open for no reason. And that are kind of bugging me, but they're open. Pause. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is more of a hill. I don't know if I want it to be a hill though. Let's see. I know we just smoothed this out, but is it the top that we want more? I think it's the top that we want. The bottom can be smoothed. Okay, we're gonna have to just completely remove what we just did. Let's do the bottom, and then let's flatten the top. Yeah, that was annoying. That was very annoying. I think I was surprised when they gave me more than the babies, but it was you're on the right thinking because of course the parents would show up eventually, but it is kind of crazy because they take up so much space because they're not like genetically modified either. They don't have like the humble trait or whatever, so they're just causing issues for you. Okay. Alright, for this. Oh, right, that's why we did that. This a bit. Now instead of using the brush, let's place down some rocks. So let's go ahead and go to our senior items and go to the rocks. An update on the Jurassic World build, by the way. I feel like I need to say this because it didn't come out. Great progress on it. Very great progress on it. I have a decent amount of the video recorded. The only thing is I don't want to upload the video until it's actually good. Like, I want to give you guys some content to actually look at. That's not just a whole like blank area that's behind a mountain or something. But I do have something. It's going pretty well. I just have another project that I'm doing currently. That I've started doing in my personal life. So I am, yeah. I hear the aloes. Okay. I'll make sure that I don't cry. Yeah. It's nice to be streaming again and doing something. I was really stressed after last week after the computer broke. I just no. I need no. I need my break that I was talking about. I think 2 weeks before. I was I was saying that I'm like I'm surprised I haven't taken a break yet, like a long break. Even though this wasn't really a long break, it was what only almost a week. And in the past, I've done like 3-month breaks, but I think I'm not gonna ever take a 3-month break again. Most I'd probably take is a week. But I was still recording stuff though. It wasn't that bad. I wanted to get myself caught up on that. But my schedule, since the campaign is actually completed though, that I've been working on, my schedule for that is going to be 3 different series. Streaming series, which is going to be obviously right now Jurassic Park Japan, is going to be the one where I focus heavily on modular building, which is the black market one currently. And then the new one, which is taking place over the campaign, which is just going to be like something that I do with Evolution 2 or Evolution 1, where I would just build a park using mostly like, you know, the modular assets, like the prefabs and all that stuff. So something less time consuming. So this is gonna probably be videos that are like the other one, 2 hours long for the black market one, and then for the other series it'll probably be like an hour-long video. And then for the streams, obviously I'll try to do everything on stream. I'm most likely not gonna even touch the map off of stream, but you know, just in case. Okay, so the plan here is hopefully I can move this closer without it being annoying. And it's being annoying. Okay. That is something I actually want to talk about. I took a look at the mods. I downloaded some mods because I was going to use mods originally for the Jurassic World remake. Specifically just to make the island bigger before someone commented in my comment section saying that there was actually a glitched map that I can use for the generated island, so I'm using that one instead of using mods. I would do modded builds. It's easy because of how Nexus does it now. The only thing is I feel like the mods now are most likely gonna end up being additions as of like additions or changes to like certain mechanics in the game, like something to smooth out the terrain tools a bit, because I do feel like there are some issues with the terrain tools. And I know there's one where you could move stuff depending on the grid. Like if it's stuff that's going to break the game, I probably wouldn't use it, but I do specific builds for it, not use it in something like this or something that's supposed to be vanilla based. I usually don't use mods until I get bored of the main game and, you know, so exhausted. Oh my god, wait, they had another baby. Until I get exhausted of the main game just being what it is. Because that does happen. But yeah. If you suggest the mods, I'll definitely take a look at them. Are the sounds for it, like, they're not like, how do I say? Are they high quality? I would assume they're high quality. Can I check the security office real quick? Yeah, let me check the security real quick. Take a look, take a look, take a look. Take a look. Take a look. See. Where is security office? There it is. Ooh. Okay. Looking nice. Nice helicopter shot. That's actually looking pretty dope.
To welcome a Corythosaurus to the park.
The hotels are looking nice. And I can see the monorail station. Yeah, I just filmed a part of it where I was explaining the monorail station in the back behind the Innovation Center. And I also didn't know how small the Main Street actually was. It's surprising. Okay. Then leave them in a do I have a suggestions on my Discord? Here, I'll make a new channel.
We are pleased to welcome a consignatus to the park.
There you go. I just randomly put channel suggestions in the Main Street group, on the Discord if you want to list out your mods that you've been using for those sounds, so I can take a look at them. Let me check security office again. Yeah, that's huge. That's really cool. That's really dope. How'd you get the water to be like that? Wait, is that actually a lagoon or is that not a lagoon? Oh. Wait, it's not actually a lagoon, is it? Wait, is it? I can't tell. That's good. It's good that I can't tell. Okay. It's looking good so far, though. Okay, you guys go back and forth between here and there. That's okay. I would like to see about engines. I would like to. Okay, how do I make this work for me? Take these two pieces. Is this a part of this? I would think that this is just like a beam, no? Okay, this is a beam. Okay. So we're just gonna move this off this way a bit. And then we are going to take this, the floor. Move this, so we don't want to duplicate shoot. Hold on, let's like this. Does it have everything selected? Okay. And we can kind of boost this out a little bit more.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Brachiosaurus to the park.
I think that should be far enough. I don't think it should go further, because if it goes further, then I'll have to move this as well. Because if it goes further, I feel like we'd have to care about the dinosaurs knocking it over, which I know they can't, but, you know, thinking about it, they could. Let's take these two pieces now back. I moved them at an angle, I think, so I'm going to have to fix this. Just this. Is this an edge piece? This is. Okay, let's actually remove these. Okay, apparently I'm not selecting the right pieces. Let's move you here. I don't know how far we would want to move you. Shit. I'm just gonna take a piece and look for it. Okay, those can stay, then I guess. These ones are the ones we want to remove. And we also have to remove these.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome an Ankylosaurus to the park.
These. Oh, shoot. It's an angle. Like what? Is it because it's moving to the side, isn't it? Oh. Maybe just realigning it might help? I don't understand what this is doing here. Let me see if this works. Select both of them. It is at an angle. Duplicate. Local? Is that moving? Wait, no, I'm not wrong. This, it's at an angle. Okay. What's going on here though? Oh, I see. This side is hovering over and this side's it's not on it correctly. Well, hold on, let me get this fixed real quick and then I'll take a look at chat again. Is that all the pieces? So if I try to line this up with the side, it's going to be hovering a little bit, so... Wait, actually, no, hold on. That works. Okay, cool. Nice. We just extended that a bit so we can have an overlook of... Okay, can I have a better camera? So we can have an overlook of this. Okay. You made a monorail station prop that can be used by the prop monorail tracks if you need it. Uh. Oh, like the monorail goes through it? Yeah, definitely. How'd you set up the monorails in the back? Because I'm assuming one of them is a fake path, correct? That's actually really cool. Okay. You put those sound mods in suggestions. Okay. I'll take a look at those. Camera. Camera's back. Do I need to... That's okay, right? The ends right here. I don't like that. There we go. That's okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The it goes through the station. Like it doesn't stop at the station. Hey, that'll work. This will work. I do want to add another rock to the side of this. That's huge. Here, let's use this flat surface a little. Got you. I feel like I need a... I don't like how these are positioned on the sides of the rocks and not like flat on them. There you go. That looks a bit better. Jesus, there's a lot of things here. Did I fix this? Oh, I did fix that. Okay. The galleys got out, and I found them like all spread out right here. So it was weird, and I didn't know why they got out because I thought I blocked that off, but apparently I didn't. Okay. So for this area now. We don't want the animals from here to go over here, so I think we continue this fence, but we make it that it just crosses the path. And then it ends here, right? On both sides, so either way you have to go. Where would wait. No, yeah, compies in the second game were like annoying as hell. They just randomly make it through some things. I'm actually okay with them. Okay, I'm okay with this. This right here, I don't think I really want a gate here. So these guys are going to be reverse. These are going to be the ones that you want. So let's go ahead and add those. For this pathway, let's just specify something now. So this is just gonna follow this, right? That's what this is gonna be. So right here, we can add some water. Like this to go across here, or make it seem like it would go across here. So I'm gonna dry it out a bit and then do what we did like with right here, right, where this water just looks like it continues on, but we're just gonna put the like arid type of style to it. Now I don't know how much water. I think I should probably put them in before I actually try anything, because if I don't, then I'm just gonna make an enclosure for nothing. Have I actually used skins? Yes, I have. I love this. All right. All right. Well, there's not gonna be any of them in here that aren't here. Okay. Let's not release them randomly into this area. Okay. Where is this? Let's do them right here. Hopefully they will like the area. The water might be the biggest issue, because I remember there used to be like, they used to love water in the second game. Hopefully not as much. We do have to remove the rock here though, or at least move it back.
Transportation underway.
Jesus Christ, why am I lagging? Oh, I'm 3 times speed, that's why I'm lagging. Okay.
I have to say, I'm a big fan of the Concavenator.
I kind of
Logic
forgot that you
suggests I
guys were
shouldn't be,
on.
though. It's an efficient, carnivorous predator, and that always means we should be on guard around it. Its name literally means hunter with a hump. Maybe I just find that charming.
Oh, you guys will be perfectly fine with this enclosure. We can put the trees here. That'll solve the cover issue. I do want to put trees here though. Like so. Alright, and this is where the water is supposed to kind of die out a bit. What did we use? Beach? We used something else, didn't we? Oh, it was the soil. I want to give some different like coloring to the ground a bit here. I know this isn't specifically their environment, but I am.
We are pleased to welcome a Kentrosaurus to
This. As we go up, we'll be safe here. Then here, we want to distract from the fence. Why? What? Removing water, remove the tree. If this, for all I care, can just go bye-bye. Same thing with this side. Okay. Then we want this to disappear. That's okay. This cuts off, and then it continues. This is gonna still be here. This right here is gonna go up here. I know those guys need food. I'll give them food in a second. We want to hide that exit and this mountain behind them. Let's put a couple of these bigger trees there. Alright, nice. Let's go give this guy some prey. Okay. And then I think we can do some of this here on the edge. I like that. Alright, let's take a look at them now. Let's give them a nest. They need medium, right? Yeah. If I were them, where would I put a nest? I'd probably put it right here, but they don't reach her here. Yeah, the comfortable trait definitely feels like it. The humble trait makes it feel like it makes it feel like a dream. That tree's not gonna do there. There we go. Hide it with the bigger tree. There you go. That's looking nice. You guys need to go this way a bit more. So you can actually use this. And you guys will use it eventually. Probably. I think. I hope so. Alright. So for this one, wait, hold on. Vehicles. Management. Yeah, there's this little sliver right here that's going to be not seen by our, oh my god. They're not going to be seen by these guys. Which is okay, but I'd rather prefer it not to be. Okay, let's put this here. Closer. Quite closer. Also there's trees in this area too, so let's maybe put this. Ooh. Put this closer here, kind of have it be like a little divot. That blocks the view gallery. That's good. This though, this is a rock now. Yeah. Bring it down a bit. This one too. Alright. Then what I kind of want to do, I know this is lower. Just flatten out this area. This is gonna stay the same. Less elevated here. And I'm just gonna branch off this way to go up here. That's gonna be sloped. Pretty sure they might be able to get out right here, actually. Let's make sure they can't. Okay. This will probably just be a tree line. Same thing with right here. Thank you. I do smell. I smell very nice. Okay. Alright, we're gonna put this on this side now. I kind of want to, I don't know, hiding this kind of feels like the right choice with the rocks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Kayuajara to the park.
Kayuajara. Yeah, it's almost 2026. Crazy, right? Oh god. I'm getting old. actually, that's level, isn't it? Okay, let's place these down all along here. Yeah, it really did feel like it was a speedrun here. Kinda didn't like it. Here, put some of this. Do like a shelter there. It, I just realized that. Wait. I just realized that there's no vehicles actually being sent this way. I didn't actually know that. Let's attach this then. I don't want to use the standard path. That looks disgusting. Is this a large path? That is a large path.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your comfort, we've increased the hotel capacity of the park.
Get that going. Now, is this the one that I can? How old am I? I am 20. What year is it? I'm 24. There we go. Don't, you know, after a while you just forget, you know? There we go. We're gonna do that. Start this off with nice little cherry blossoms. I don't know if I like this path. I think I want to do. I don't know. We have to change this into the invisible path if I want to do it the way I want to do it. Actually, a mixture of the rock and the sand doesn't look too bad. I know the sand's only taking the sides, but a lot better than just it being rock. There we go. Now we need to move this just to the medium path. Change this to up and connect.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery.
Let's smooth this
ready for
out.
you to observe our magnificent animals.
I don't know if I want to put amenities here, specifically because it's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to feel like that. Yeah. like you'd eat at the hotel, you know, this is where you're staying, right? You're with the dinosaurs, you're away from the main area, you're away from civilization in a sense. So that's what I wanted it to make it feel like. I didn't want this to be too heavy on the, like, idea of this being like an actual park area.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a concavinator to the park.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna remove the ground. Something here. And the details as well that's on the ground. I want this to feel kind of raw. Fences can stay. These need to go. Let's remove all. Remove these two. That line. I kind of need that to stay there. Okay. I think that's good. We can set it up like that. Faces around it, kind of hide it more from the hotel, so it's not just right there. And obviously, since it's an emergency building, right, we have to make the path very small. I don't want that there. There we go. Okay, so that's one side pretty much completed. The other side, I said I didn't want it to be too heavy on the attractions. Like, we already have one of the viewing galleries here, right? I wasn't gonna do a viewing gallery here. I was going to do like a kind of lookout point here. Let's see how that would look. We'd probably curve this a bit. I think we might want to bring it a little bit back more so we can actually build something here. Move this a bit. And then connect it. Okay. Then all of this again will be trees. But here, what we will do is we'll build a platform. We're gonna steal some of our inspiration from this, from the what's it called, flooring. So right here, what we're going to do is we are going to make this rocks up until like right here, and then this will just continue on this way. I did want to put something here to overlook this area. Are there... Why is there no vehicles over here? Wait, what? Wait, I'm confused. Hold on. I probably just reset all this line of cars. Yeah, that's probably a good thing though. They're all backed up. Oh wait, they had children. I thought they're not supposed to lay on the tracks. Okay. Oh wait, they need ground feeders, don't they? Yeah, okay, let's set that up.
There you go.
I guess you guys would go eat something in a bit. Right. So for this, how do I explain what I'm gonna do? It's going to look a bit like a... I know what I'm thinking of. I just can't explain it. It's, basically it's gonna be like this, but without the pool and the chairs and stuff. It's just gonna be like a little platform. I think that's the best way to explain it, a platform. I just want to see what we're using for the wood. Square floor. Is it just square floor wood? Footsteps. Straight trims, concrete trims. And then this is post. Okay. And then gantry 2 we're only 2 and the coloring. Okay, I'm gonna have to steal the coloring from them probably. Let me... Okay, we'll see what colors they come with. Let's go ahead and make something simple over here. Of course, well, it's gonna be all the way at the bottom. Alright. So let's go ahead and try to place this in line with this. Okay. And then for starters, we want to put this above the ring. Just not where it's hovering, but just so it doesn't clip through. Okay. And then we're pretty much just gonna bring this all the way out through here. Okay, so this is gonna be overlooking this like cliff here. We're gonna use the round pieces on the sides. Right. Now, this is where I'm gonna say that I'm probably gonna want to bring this out a bit. So, instead of it being like right here, let's bring it out to like right here. We're gonna need some posts on the sides here. We're gonna use probably the circle ones again. And then completely underneath here, what we're gonna be doing is just putting the rocks. We're gonna probably want to actually change the top ones to be some rocks that don't clip through. See if I can get away with placing a few small ones first. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay, this is gonna be like. I don't want this like this. I want this to be somewhat. Okay. Where? How do I? What? Hold on, give me a second. Alright, so this is going like this. Yeah, actually I'm just gonna remove these. See what we can get with on the side here though. Sure, that'll work. And then let's place our favorite ones down first. Go ahead and do them so we can use them as like just texture. This one down a bit. Nice, that keeps it just from being straight down. All right, have fun. And then I think we take the other side and it's down a bit too. Yeah. And then let's take some of this rock again and then just place it down right here. And then let's replace the ones that just got removed. Okay. Nice. Now let's take some of our water and just place it down here. Gonna be a bit, wait, matter. This is gonna be a bit interesting. Here we could honestly just change this whole top area right here. We can do a bit of a pond here. That goes off this way. Waterfall down here. This is going to be for some small herbivores, so we don't need that much water. We can get away with a bit. And this, let's bring it closer a bit. Let's replace the trees that got removed here. And up here, we're just going to put a lot of these cherry blossoms around the pond. Right. And then let's put some lily pads and some... And then let's put some sand in between these two. Kind of like what we did on the other side. And on the outside of this, the soil. Here. Fill this in a bit. Oh, okay, so that's naturally just going to change to be that then. Okay, that works, I guess. And then that's when we place some of this down. With this in the back. Put a couple more just bushes around. Okay. Nice. Okay, let's get back to building this. Now, I'm thinking for this, I think we want to take it up again, probably. So, was it this far? Well, either way, we're gonna probably end up moving it again. Because we have to put on the stairs. Where are the stairs? Are the stairs considered? I'm assuming the stairs are considered floor, and that they'll be okay. They are here. Okay, interesting. These stairs aren't pieces that we can connect. Like, let's try and get this as lined up as possible. Okay, let's take this one and then duplicate it so I don't have to line it up again. So that one. How big do we want this? Let's go 3 wide. Okay. How far was that from the edge? 1. Okay. Let's make sure we're 1 away. And then let's do one in the center. Is that the center? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. And then let's take these pieces down. I think that's hovering. Yeah, let's just bring it down a little more. Okay. Now let's see how far we need to bring this out. I think that's a bit too far. The thing that I'm worrying about is these rounded spits, but I did say I was gonna steal from this, so I might as well just take everything. Let's take this concrete piece and... Well, I know this isn't the correct pieces though. Let me what this is. Round trim concrete and round gantry 1. Okay, and then this is straight posts. Okay, so these are the posts. And then this is gantry 2, railing 2. So gantry 2, railing 2. Round gantry 1. And then round trim concrete. Okay. So let's go back here. Edit group. So we said what? Was it a concrete trim? Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome them Oriental Miners to the park.
Let me place some of the larger trims first. I hope this is going to do what I think it's going to do. I think that's actually pretty lined up. Okay. And now let's duplicate this a bit, go at least right here. And let's do a piece for the circle. Okay. Now, am I following the edge still? Do I want to be following the edge? I feel like I am going to make myself have issues if I try to perfect this. And that's close. We can live with that. I can live with that. Realistically, I should be able to just take this piece, duplicate it, turn it by 90, and just move this here. Okay. 3, 4, 6, 7, and gonna be cut off. All right. And to prevent me spending more time on this area, let's do this. Hopefully that works. Connect that. I'll live with that. Okay. Then let's take these two pieces, duplicate them, and then just drag them over here and then change them if they need to be changed. Okay. Nice. All right. I might as well just extend them further down, correct? Yeah, that's what they did here. I think I may have used the wrong piece, but I think it'll still work. Instead, we can actually probably... Well, here's the thing. I don't... Yeah, let's just take this upper part Let's just take this upper part and then duplicate it and bring it down because I don't want this to go all the way down. I was going to use the concrete wall pieces, but I just want this to be on the side of this, like there, you know. Interesting. Let's bring that piece out a bit more. Okay. Click on it. Okay, well, there's a fix for this. I wasn't thinking of doing this, but let's try and do this. We're gonna have to move those two pieces at the end again. But let's see if this works the way I think it will work. So if we bring this out just a bit, kind of have that extra little detail there. That will make these two pieces come out a little bit too. What I'd want to do is make sure that it's flat on that side. But if that's the case, if that's not the case, then I think we are okay. This is gonna probably change too. Yeah, meaning I have to rotate it. So. I think it's possibly because we are cutting off some of the end on this other side as well, so that's gonna make this look ultra weird. I think that's gonna work out. Only thing is we'd want to probably move this. Which means I'm probably gonna have to move the entire thing again. No one's going to be looking at the sides of these things. The thing that is the most important here is the front. So as long as we get the front pretty much set up, we can kind of ignore the two sides, because those are going to be covered with the trees anyways. It's just we don't want this to have like visible gaps, because if you look at this from a certain angle, you can definitely see the gap there. So we just have to fix this. And we have the piece at the end too, that's going to be inside. Which one? This one right here. So honestly, what we can do is we can take all of these pieces up until that piece, and then just move this back this way.
Gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Tapajara to the park.
Okay. Get the bottom set up. Then what we do here is we get the top pieces. Move those individually. There you go, that's that. Now this piece is actually inline now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome an ornithomimus to the park.
And then this piece is gonna be broke. How can I shape this? Let's actually take this piece. Go like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome Asus.
Have this cut off there. Would be okay with that. Okay, I'm okay with that. Right. And then what we want to do is we want to take our piece, these pieces right here. So they are round gantry 1 and what is this little piece at the end here? Gantry 1 railing post. Okay, that keeps it easy. Okay, the gantries. I want to know what it looks like. No, there's definitely, okay, no, there's these pieces. I kind of forgot about these ends right here. Don't know what I'm gonna do with this. What do I want to do for those? We want something like this. This would work. We can use this on these sides. Are we putting this on the inside or the outside? This one's going on the inside. That one's going on the outside. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Alright. Let's use... Right. We can't use concrete walls if they're not going to be lined up like that. I don't really want to line them up. See what we can do here. No. Okay. Use this. What is this? Where is it? These walls? The non-straight walls. Or the non-grid walls. Do we not have a bigger one? Apparently we don't. Okay. Here we can use these. So let's line this up. Bring this down. Can I go and... Okay. First line this up with the side. That's pretty good. Not what I wanted to do with that, but we still have to line that up there anyway, so we might as well. Okay. Here, we'll fix that. Okay. Let's take these pieces now. I'll just move them across over here. Okay. There. Uh, oh wait, I just moved this. I didn't duplicate it. Shoot. Alright, nice. So we have a bit of a base of stuff going on here. Now, we need these posts in the gantry, little pieces up here, which we were trying to set up, but now we can set it up because we have an actual kind of like layout here. I'm not gonna put trees around it yet, but it's group, scenery items, gantries, this. Yeah, this is also why I haven't really been showing you guys the process of me building some things, because it's completely and utterly boring. It's just me like focusing really closely to things and making sure it's like, okay, this is gonna be an interesting moment right here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do one side at a time. We're gonna try to make it symmetrical and like that. Are we doing 6? Is this a 6? This is a 6. Okay. Hopefully this is gonna be a lot easier to do with the gantries because there's actually a point that we have to connect it to. Hold on. How tall are the people? Because if that's the case, I'm actually going to... Oh, this is going to probably be a bad idea. I'm going to put the gantries inside. How about we do it here? This we might be able to get away with this, though. I think we might be able to get away with that. I think that's a lot better than just putting it on the inside, because on the inside we're gonna definitely have some issues with the sizing of these round pieces. Let's try to make this work. And bingo. Okay. We are going to have to move it a little bit more. I think we can get away with this. I think we can get away with that. We're gonna obviously have to bring it down a bit. Bring it on the inside. I'm gonna make myself go crazy if I try to make that perfect. Take these pieces. Well, first off, let's take this piece right here. Duplicate it. Turn it around completely. And then move it. So it looks like there's a hole right there. That would have irritated me. I think we can remove that one. Duplicate this. Move this there. Okay, bring this up closer. Nice. And keep on moving this. we get to here. Let's take note of where the middle is. Right here. Let's actually remove those ones. Oh wait, no, it's not even gonna matter because it's gonna not even reflect on the other side. We're okay. Okay. Let's do smaller duplicates. Excuse me. You're not supposed to be over here. See, this is where I wish there was some sort of ADS going on. Jesus, they bred like crazy. There's only like 4, maybe 5 flying guys here. Is the helicopter done moving them? They're done. Okay. All the way back over here. Okay. Now let's get back to this. Now we want this piece again. Let's duplicate that. Bring that over here.
Asset transportation underway.
Move you. Duplicate you. Bring you 180. Bring you all the way down to here. Advance move you a bit. I wish this can be closer to where your viewport is. Is that elevated? That is more elevated than...
Asset has been delivered.
Yeah. Nice. The issue that I am seeing here, though, is how slanted this becomes. So we're gonna want to take all of these, advance move, and then we're gonna probably want to rotate it. I know this is gonna mess with what we have right now. But I'd rather it be straighter. Well, here's the thing, we have to move it without the corner pieces, because the corner pieces are what's making it look weird. it's just resetting every time I get close to it. You know, that's fun. Okay. Bring it down the center. That looks nice. That works for me. This though, this needs to be changed. Let's duplicate this so we can straighten the other side. Needs to be somewhat in the center. Okay. Now let's move this. Alright, cool. Now that we have that set up, we can do some of these inner parts as well. So let's make sure that that's selected and we'll do that. So pantries. Okay, let's just do the easy pieces first. So these are gonna go down pretty much right here. Okay, let me tilt them just a little. Okay, duplicate. Now let's take the pole and put the pole down. Okay, now let's grab all of those pieces. Move them, center them a bit. Okay, we're gonna want to tilt them. Maybe duplicate them for the other side. Right here, center that stuff. Cool, something simple so far. Okay, now let's change the coloring of all these. I want to change it to the same coloring as this. Right here. So let's take that. Copy that. I think we could just accept it. Actually, we don't have to copy it. We can accept it. Go here, change the color on all of these. Remember to like double click the corners a bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome our Corsair to the party.
Okay. Change it to be this color. Alright, that's nice. Is this a different color of wood? Yeah, let's take a look. Let's see if that's a different color wood. Okay, it's not. Alright. Now we just want to put some poles down for them. And we were going to use these ones that we have. Which are just post trims, wood, one. I'm assuming that's what it is. Back to this. Scenery. I am assuming it's maybe not in this. It is, okay. So we possibly want to make these above it and then bring them down. So let's do one here. Let's do one here. Here. Okay. I want to do one here. One here, and then one here. Maybe one every two. Okay. Okay. So the first one for the first slot and the other one is for the second slot. Okay. Okay, nice. Now, I think what we want to do is take care of our sides for a bit. So, We're gonna put something down here. Okay, and then right here we can also do like a little pond as well. I wish we had smaller brushes. For water, but I mean that's fine, I guess. Put some of this here. Okay. Now let's make it look like that you can actually go up here. So let's take our rock paint and bring it like all up here. And we might want to increase the size of the paths as well. And then we want to look for the beach one. Increase the radius a bit, but lower the intensity. So the sides of our path are the sand. Okay, might want to tap it a bit though. Okay. Nice. Now we have like a little viewing platform going on here. I do want to put down some benches. Maybe some tables and chairs as well. Yeah, so I think right here on these sides we're going to put our tables and chairs with our umbrellas. So I do want this bench. This one. I do want this bench. So I'm gonna start placing these down a bit right here. Your quarries are over here. That's an aloe, hold on. I'm pretty sure I have some quarries in here. I don't remember if I have some quarries. I may have said no quarries because you weren't here last time. That seems like something I'd say. I don't think I have any quarries here. Oh, I do. Okay, yeah, they do. Okay. It was either that or it was either Mobo's gonna get mad at me if I don't have some quarries. So they're here. Don't know where the other ones are though. There's 2, 4. Are they not breeding? Oh yeah, no, they're spread out everywhere actually. Jesus, there's a lot of dinosaurs in this one area. How many dinosaurs are there? Wait, how many dinosaurs are there? Oh, wow! No wonder the game's laggy. 238. It's crazy. Because let's take a look at this, right? So what I did was 2, 4, 6. I think there's 11, 13. Right, so that's 13, and then I let them breed. Right. 18 of those. And then I did 3 hatcheries for these ones. So that's what? 15 different species in this, I think? Jeez, that's a lot. I will. Yes. No, yeah, now it makes sense why, here, let's make something out of this first. So, it's probably, hold on, let's put an umbrella. Right. Let's take these two. Am I advanced moving or was I duplicating? This. Okay. Make it like so. And then at the end of these, you want to do trash bins. Okay. Got this going. And then let's duplicate it. Turn them around. Okay. Then let's do this one. Turn them around. Okay. Now I think we have some pre-made props.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome the Stegosaurus to the park.
And then we can just do these right here. Pop this one out. And this one. Let's do that one. Bear with me. That wasn't even anywhere close to it. Okay. Nice. All right. So let's select 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, fuck. Okay. That one, no, I want to select it. I don't. Jesus Christ. Click it. Thank you. Okay. What fountains do we have? Okay, that. Wait, what? Huh. Interesting fountain we can have. I guess that's for the floor. Huh. I'm sure we could use these somehow in this case. I have to make myself like a planner pack or something, a planner fountain pack that I can just keep using. I just realized that I'm, what, 25 minutes over the stream time? Oops. We'll be done after this, though. I'm just vibing with this. Didn't expect to actually be making something, though, today. Let's maybe place some trees out in the front. All right, and then let's take some more trees just out through here. Maybe I'd wanna put some of these orange ones. Okay, that's kind of annoying that you're doing that, though. Okay. Nice. So we have this going on now. You know, it's a nice little lookout point. But we need some ground leaf eaters over here. So let's go ahead and synthesize some. We're just gonna do some small herbivores, probably. Maybe we can get away with doing. Ground leaf and ground fiber, though. Not one with more. What do I want? $29, jeez, 9. 20, that makes sense. 23, 7, 4. What if I just... You know what? Yeah, screw it. This is what we're doing. Yep. Why? Because I am chaotic and I'm kind of stupid and I kind of want to do this. That's one, right? Okay.
Incubation personnel, please. Incubation complete.
I'm confused on where I'm at in my park. And I think that might be a good thing. Where am I? Okay.
En route to pick up the asset. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome the Therathenosaurus heading to collect the asset. Asset in transit. Confirming asset delivery.
Is this a good idea? No.
Delivery has been completed.
But it's fine because, oh my god, it might as well be a petting zoo. You can pretty much just reach your hand over the railing and just pet them. Their heads are so tall. Well, I just want to see a little baby, so that's the only reason why I made these guys. You guys are missing ground leaf. There we go. Okay, This is looking nice so far. I was supposed to put herbivores in these two sides of whatever, but no, it's fine. That's nice. All right, what is happening here? Huh. Yeah, that's the issue with having tours, isn't it? How many Rexes do we have? 4? 5? Yeah, we're probably gonna have to ship some more as well. Alright, so we are pretty much done with our entire park area. Like our entire area with our dinosaurs. We have all the dinosaurs we could possibly want, obviously, because if you take a look at this real quick, you can see that we have 600 or 246 dinosaurs. Yeah, crazy. Mostly they're all probably gonna be here because of all the breeding going on here. That's actually kind of crazy. But yeah, next stream we will be focusing on the park area, not the I don't know if I want to do these two together because I know it's going to take forever. We're going to be starting to focus on modular building next stream, specifically for buildings like that can be used in this area, not like buildings like how we just basically made a platform. Now, I probably will only be able to get through one building at a time. That's possibly the case, because I spend a lot of time just thinking about if something will work or not, or if I'm just messing with things too. Yes, the stream is over. Next week, I'm thinking about starting stream at an hour earlier though, so we can have like a longer stream. But I'm hungry and I need to eat, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Amoga. Ending stream button will be banned. Oh, good thing there's 5 different buttons that I can press for that. This was a nice little comeback. Tuesday's video, it's not going to be the black market one. The way that those videos are going to work, Tuesdays and Thursday videos, the way that they're going to work is on Tuesdays and Thursdays, it might be a black market video, or it might be the other series that's going to take place during those. It depends on if I have it ready or not, or if it's going to be like a lengthy video. If it's going to be a long video that's going to take a long time to like make, it's most likely going to end up being a Thursday video, and the Tuesday video is going to be the series where it's just going to be me making the Sandbox park. Stream tomorrow? You want me to stream tomorrow? Maybe. Give me ideas of a park to build, and maybe. But yeah, if you guys want to join the Discord, please join the Discord. The link is pinned, and it's also, you can do !mark Discord, and you'll see it. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, join the Discord, leave them so I can see them. And, yeah. Peace. Peace out, guys. Bye. Bye. Bye.